I'm Terry Murphy, senior editor for Realty Times, Women in Business, Women in Real Estate. In the men's room with Murph, and we have the man in the men's room today. His name is John Giamo. You might know that he's the publisher and CEO of Realty Times, legendary entrepreneur. Bring It Home, Homes.com. The man's a little bit of an overachiever, but John, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about news. Everybody's looking for up to the minute news. I mean, Ted Turner changed the entire thoughts about news when he talked about having news 24/7. And we don't need to go 25 places to get news. And you've made it so convenient for real estate agents. There's almost no barriers. Tell us about this new critical role you have going of maintaining content and news on your websites.
Well, thank you, Terry. It's really not just about the news itself, because there's so many places that we can capture news these days, and what's important is the news that we're receiving. I mean, a lot of competing news organizations in the real estate space will talk about brands, will talk about the issues, their litigation. There's all kinds of components built in that really a consumer could care less. I mean, they're really not interested in learning about these things. Some may, but I doubt it. They are interested to know and receive help on how to manage my mortgage. How do I find a house? How do I sell my house? How do I list my house? I mean, there's so many pieces and components that are out there related to real estate. And that's the focus of Realty Times. We truly are not political. We actually have over 100,000 articles that are really, and by the way, we didn't do that overnight. Realty Times has been around for 30 years, believe it or not.
In 2017, you've been at it for almost 30 years.
Yes, I acquired in 2017 the company, but I worked for the company long before that. But there's a lot of great content, and we're continually rolling out this content. And of course, we invite anyone to come to realtytimes.com and view and look at what we have going. And of course, it's searchable. And now we're updating to AI, of course, so that, we can really get into the weeds as to the content that is available. But it's gone now to, okay, great. Realty Times is a place consumers can go to. And what we've done is bundled and packaged at no cost. Okay, now keep in mind, no cost to the agent to essentially place this on their website, place our news on their website, and not everything that we have going.
Wow. So that means that literally I could post, I mean, it'll be on my website. So if somebody was looking at buying a condo and they had the 5 questions you should check on a homeowners association, or if somebody was looking at how to prepare their home for winter, that would be available on my website at no
Yes,
cost.
at no cost. And we're not, again, putting every article that we have on your website or on the agent's website. We're essentially providing 4 of the latest links to our news. Okay. And of course, the question I get from agents and brokers pretty regularly, even MLSs that are now starting to put our news feed on their sites, is okay. But what about your advertisers? I mean, could be conflicting advertisers. Are you going to advertise other brands? And the answer is no. You go to realtytimes.com and you don't see these people there today, and they won't be. We have a different business model in regards to how we generate revenue. And I learned a long time ago, Google Ads suck, in plain English. I mean, they
We
throw
know
up
that.
they throw up anything on your site that somebody's willing to pay to be on your site, and of course that can get you in all kinds of trouble and such. So we stay away from that. So you won't see these types of advertisers, and this is something that is essential. I mean, we put out some articles, and I'll give you a link to that here in a moment. But in regards to why do you need news on your site, and it really needs to be an essential part of your engagement with your visitors. I mean, it's
That's
just
it
go
in
ahead.
a nutshell, John. That is it in a nutshell. I think agents think that their website is the all end all and the be all, but people have to have another reason to go there because nobody wakes up and goes, today we should sell the house. I mean, there's other things they need. And yeah, I know the caliber of some of the articles that come through. So it makes really good sense to have another option out there for choices for consumers and buyers and sellers.
Well, you know the caliber because you wrote a lot of them.
Well, here's the thing. After writing for a major newspaper for 100 years, you kind of find out what people need because as agents, we assume that people know all things that have to do with housing and shelter, and they don't. And things change all the time, John. So having a feed that comes through something as significant as Realty Times, what's the reach of Realty Times these days?
Well, this year, so far in October, we're at 1.6 million unique visitors. It's really astonishing that, we're really capturing a great audience. Um, and I'll be honest, I mean, it's getting a little bit less these days because of what's happening in the world of real estate, but it's still amazing that we've accomplished this in such a short period of time and have such a good number of people coming to the site. And again, why do they come? Do you know that if you go to realtytimes.com, look at the top nav bar and you'll see daily cartoon. I've
Oh,
commissioned Jerry King, a cartoonist who specifically draws some really very humorous cartoons related to real estate. Nobody does this type of
They
stuff.
are they are so funny. Some of them are just so obviously funny, especially having been a practitioner for so many years. The thing is that you offer a simple solution. How would an agent who's watching this get this connected to their site?
Well, if you go to realtytimes.com, you'll see on the front page our ads showing you where, directing you to the articles or to how to put the articles. Honestly, it's just a snippet of code. It's really just a very small JavaScript that could be plugged in. Or if you have a WordPress site, we provide you with the WordPress plugin. I mean, so that you can essentially plug that in, place where you want to have this ad. We will demonstrate we'll display four of our most recent articles. And as we update, those articles get updated in real time. So
Uh,
yeah, so this is not something that is just a one-off or for the day or the week.
well, doesn't that help their search engine optimization as well because it's always refreshed?
Yes, and that's really in our article what we speak about is the fact that you are actually increasing your SEO capability because interesting. I mean, Google looks under every little rock as to what's happening on sites these days, and that's one of the elements as to fresh content. And of course, we're providing that on your behalf onto the site. Now, to get into searches and do other things, I mean, once the user clicks on an article, they'll see on Realty Times they can search and get into the weeds to specific things. Like you mentioned, HOA. We have a lot of HOA. We have new home construction. We have,
Landscaping, gardening, decorating,
yes.
staging. Yeah, it's brilliant, and there's some great contributions from some really top authors. So if they go to realtytimes.com/newsfeed, that's all they need to have absolutely there's no gotcha here, kids. There's no gotcha. This is a great opportunity to share and leverage information and fresh content on your site at no cost.
Yes, and by the way, we're not even asking you for your email address or for your information. We're just simply giving it to you, essentially. So this isn't some gimmick to try to capture you in some way or get to you some way down the road. Now, I do say on that page to let us know. Send us an email and let us know that you're doing this because we want to make a big deal of the fact that you are, okay, and actually do some promotion.
It's really if as a master coach, I will tell you for any business people, having something new and fresh on your site with people who already know, love, and trust you, which can be your strategic partners, your MVP top 50s, your past clients and customers. Come on, nobody thinks about selling their house or buying a house every day, but you want to be top of mind. And this to me is a turnkey way to do it, John.
No,
And I
definitely. And I really encourage agents and brokers to take advantage of it. And of course, as I said, associations and MLSs, unlike my competitors who charge, okay, who charge a fee to see their type of news, there's no charge, no cost to this. And I just encourage you to do it because it's just a benefit to the industry. And that's what Realty Times has been about for many, many years. I remember back in the day, we would contact NAR and Bob Goldberg at the time. And, what can we do for you? What can we talk about for you on your behalf? Because again, that's what we're about is trying to assist the industry.
we've always been a news center, and I'm proud to be one of the senior editors. to help spread the word. Realty Times, people need real estate information every day because it's food, shelter, and clothing. And so far, we're not sending out free pizzas, but we are sending out free links for you to get some new business content on your site that is all things real estate. John, thank you so much for joining us. Go to Realty Times News /newsfeed and get you a link to putting fresh content on your site every day with no cost. I'm Terry Murphy. Join us again for another tip from Realty Times News, Realty Times News TV. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Terry.